Hey, Pastor Mark Conforti here with another Cheerwine Chat. I grabbed a Cheerwine. How about you grab one too? In this episode, I'd like to chat with you about how our church is making its way through COVID, about some new ministry opportunities ahead, and also to share a personal note. So, grab a Cheerwine and let's chat. We're all needing to be careful monitoring the COVID-19 Delta variant. I know that we're tracking the numbers and we're wondering what's next, including what's next for church. Well, several weeks ago, the Reentry Task Force advised the Church Council about the importance of wearing masks indoors. So, we're going to continue to wear masks during worship, Bible studies, other gatherings. And we know that this is only temporary. Over the past several weeks, I've talked to church members who have needed to change their plans. They were planning to come for worship, planning to come to some other church happening, but they've needed to just stay home, whether out of their own sense of safety or they've needed to quarantine because of a possible exposure. These are difficult times. But again, we know that it's only temporary. We're looking forward to a future when we can just put the masks aside and forget about them. For now, though, we'll continue to wear the masks, trusting in the God who is faithful, who has carried us this far, and who will carry us into the future. I'm excited about new church ministries about to begin. The music of the church means so much to who we are as God's people. Over the past couple of months, the summer choir has done a marvelous job, and it's time to shift gears for the chancel choir to rehearse, and for handbells and kids' praise. I'm thankful for all of the people who set aside time to rehearse, to practice, and offer their gift of music so that we could all worship together in spirit and truth. So, look for those rehearsals about to begin and contact Josh Starnes if you have any questions. Also coming up, Wednesday nights, a refreshed approach to how we gather together. On the first Wednesday of the month during the fall, we will have a free community meal out on the lawn. You're invited. Everybody's invited. Church members, people who live nearby in the community in their homes, and people who live nearby in the community who don't have a home. It's a chance for us to share God's love in a new way with new people. A chance to learn people's names, hear their stories, to connect and make new friendships. Then on the third Wednesday of the month, we will have a catered meal in the fellowship hall. Chef Danny Hunt will present his cuisine, and I know that we'll look forward to eating together there. Following the meals, we'll have classes, Bible studies, gatherings for growth in Christian discipleship, because that's why we are the church, to make and nurture Christian disciples through the presence and power of God. So look for that coming up on the third Wednesday of each month, beginning in September. Also, some other things coming up soon. We're going to have two special trips. One is a day trip to Greensboro to the Civil Rights Museum. Look for sign-ups for this very soon. A chance to spend time together with fellow church folks to reflect upon racism, not just in our own country, but in our own community, and how God calls us to work for justice and equity, to work against racism, to help dismantle it so that we can live in peace with each other. So that trip is coming up. Another one later in the fall is to Kentucky, to the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum. A chance to be in fellowship together, to consider how we interpret the stories that we read in Genesis and how God is calling us to live as new creation today. We look forward to these trips and hope that they will be meaningful for growing together as Christian disciples. Here's something else that's coming up even sooner. This upcoming Sunday, August the 22nd, the Back to School Bash for Club 45 and for Salisbury Youth. Come to the church 4 to 6. It's going to be a fun time. 4th graders, 5th graders, middle school, high school students, and bring a friend. It's going to be COVID friendly. And we know that this will be a great chance to be together in person, to have fun at church, to kick off the school year together. Also, what's coming up the next Sunday, August the 29th, 5th Sunday Seminary with President Scott Bullard from Pfeiffer University. He's a remarkable scholar, a terrific higher education administrator, and he happens to be a great friend. He's going to present on theodicy, why bad things happen, not just to good people, but to all people, especially in our faith of a God who is loving and kind and merciful. Why do bad things happen? Questions we ask all the time, especially during tough times such as these. This theme of theodicy is right in step with the book of Job, which is coming up in our selected readings in the story, our year-long emphasis on reading the Bible together. So we have all these things coming up soon for you, for your fellow sisters and brothers, and you are invited to take part. I'd like to share a personal word, and I'm borrowing from the wisdom of Dr. Anthony DeGiorgio. Dr. DeGiorgio was the president at Winthrop University in Rock Hill, South Carolina. He began in 1989 and retired in the year 2013. He's regarded as a visionary leader. Under him, Winthrop grew from being a little college in a sleepy town to a regional university on the outskirts of bustling Charlotte. Winthrop has graduate programs, a bolstered endowment, new buildings all along the campus. When he retired in the year 2013, he said, "I have served 4 presidencies in these last 24 years, all at the same school." Think about that. 4 presidencies in 24 years, but all at the same school. I'm at the beginning of my 8th year here at First United Methodist Church of Salisbury, and I feel like I'm beginning a new pastorate. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to serve. I'm so honored and blessed to be the pastor of a church that loves the Lord, that loves its community, and is earnestly seeking to figure out how to be the church in such difficult times. Over the past several weeks and months, I have seen remarkable stories of faithfulness from church members like you. People who are stepping up and saying, "I'll help. I will lead. I will serve behind the scenes." People who are extraordinarily generous with their resources, their time, their wisdom. People who are eager to connect with each other in new and meaningful ways, but also to be creative and to try things in a different way. This is an exciting time to be the church. If you read stories that are out there in the world, you'll hear talk about the decline of the mainline church. You'll read stories about statistics that will paint a grim picture. Though I believe, and I hope you do too, I believe that the church offers what the world needs, even if the world does not know how to ask for it politely. Even if the world doesn't have a vocabulary to describe their deep longing, we believe that the church offers the light of Jesus Christ. The light has never been extinguished, and it never will. And that light continues to shine brightly at First United Methodist Church. You and I are called to share that light wherever we may go. Well, I'm about out of cheerwine. It's time for me to go. Remember to keep checking the church's webpage, YouTube channel, social media for more ways to connect. And I look forward to the next time we can be together safely in person. I hope to see you soon. May God continue to bless you and keep you.